Hello, my name is Clay Bonham. I'm the Director of Campus Ministry, and I also help out with the XBSS team. I've been a part of the XBSS program for almost 24 years now. So XBSS actually stands for the Zavarian Brothers Sponsored Schools, and it's just referring to a larger network of schools in America, 13 total, that are run by the Zavarian Brothers. And a lot of times we just use the shorthand of XBSS as like I'm in the XBSS group, or XBSS is sponsoring this, but it's really just referencing that we're part of a larger community. Great, I think XBSS is integral to the school community. I think it helps remind the school that we are part of a larger network. I think they are kind of behind the scenes guys who take care of things, make sure everything is taken care of, whether it's hospitality, spirituality, prayer services, masses. They're kind of the spiritual backbone of the school. I think having students involved is very important. It's a way to kind of pull guys out of their comfort zone. It's a way to give guys leadership opportunities. It's also a way for us to kind of impart some knowledge about the greater schools community, the Zavarian Brothers school community, to the students, and then they can help disseminate that information to their peers and to the underclassmen. So one of the questions is the XBSS selection process, and this has changed a lot over the decades, really. It used to be just handpicked by the principal. 6 guys would be chosen, almost seemingly at random. When I first started XBSS, you would hear 6 names announced over the PA to the whole school to meet in the principal's office. And then, at that time, they were voluntold that they were going to be part of the XBSS team. That has since grown and changed. We've expanded from just the original 6 to a much larger group. We've had as many as 20-some guys, and lately we're down to around 12. It's a little more manageable and a little bit leaner, meaner. Everybody's kind of got a specific role. If it gets too big, it just gets too unruly. We've also had everything from students applying, interviewing, going through an application process. And so this past year we were a little stricter on the requirements and who was in. We were trying to keep it to a smaller number and trying to get those guys to reach out to other students to get them involved, but we would just have a small team of leaders. I would say my motivation comes from just the history of it. I felt really honored when I was first called upon to serve as an XBSS adult moderator. I went up on this national retreat where I met these other leaders, these other students from other Zavarian Brothers sponsored schools, and it's kind of like the first time you go to your extended family's reunion. You meet all these people you didn't really know you had, but you have this connection with them. And that kind of environment was really welcoming and inviting, and kind of lit a fire in me that I wanted to kind of bring back to St. Joe and see that kind of continue. And I think we've done that through different teachers and different students through the years.
Yes, the events. So XBSS sponsors a lot of different events throughout campus ministry, the school, both secular and religious. A big one is Flapjack Friday. Every Friday we set up around the Smith Center and make pancakes for everybody. We set up during Mass. We have Chapel Fridays, which is a time of reflection during homeroom, where we go into the chapel, hear a reading from scripture, and talk about it. We also do casino night, which just happened last year, which is both a fundraiser and also a student life event, which went pretty well. And we do national retreat in Connecticut with the other 12 XBSS schools, as well as tailgates sometimes. Yeah.
So for the retreat, after we had already been accepted into XBSS, we could take a group of 5 of the juniors up to a retreat in Connecticut. Basically, we had to make a video saying why we think we're eligible for the retreat and why we should go, and then Mr. Stromberg would review them and choose the 5 best fit to go. So me and Josh both went. So it was a retreat in Connecticut. It was 5 days. It was really great because we got to meet with the students from the other 12 XBSS schools, which was really good because we got to learn about like their schools, how they do stuff, how it's different and similar stuff from them. And we got to brainstorm and take back ideas from them and stuff that we could do better at our school. It was a lot of fun to meet people from other schools in other states and just see kind of how their culture and just traditions at their school is different from ours, and talk with them and learn about that. And also share how our school can help them with their stuff. Yeah, so my experience, one of the things I really liked was we had small groups that we were split up to, with each small group having like one kid from each school. So that was a really good time to like really kind of dive into like what we do with XBSS and like how we can grow the program, and like hear about specific like aspects that people see in their other schools, not just as a large group setting, but more as a discussion-based setting.
Yeah, so the brothers, I mean, obviously there's not as many left, and the ones that are alive are either in Africa or they are kind of in retirement. But the ones that XBSS have talked to both during retreat and just during the school year in general have pretty much been on the basis of how to express and like spread the Zavarian message through our school in like the best way possible. It's hard because we don't really have any brothers who teach at St. Joe, and most of the XBSS schools don't. So obviously the people who go to these schools and don't know what a Zavarian brother is won't have as much of a knowledge than we do, but we pretty much just have been asking them how do we educate and also inspire kids at these schools to like learn the message of Theodore James Ryken and like the Zavarian way. That was off the dome.